The Branding Your Business podcast is for small business owners looking to build a customer favorite brand and a value driven business. From solo shows covering marketing tactics to experts sharing their brand stories, each episode delivers actionable insights for entrepreneurs who want to impact the world. We're sharing how strategic moves and authentic connections can build a profitable business minus the burnout. Tune into the Branding Your Business podcast with me, Praise Santos McKenna of ComePlum, to design a brand your audience adores while building a life you love. Hi, welcome back to the Branding Your Business podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about how email marketing can help elevate your brand. Again, my name is Praise Santos McKenna of ComePlum. We are a branding studio that helps businesses like yours make profitable brands that you and your clients love. So, email marketing. You might have heard of it. You've probably been told you should build an email list. I remember I was told that a lot, that I should build an email list. And this was many years ago. And I remember thinking, okay, let's go. So I used this kind of old school email marketing platform. And the UX and UI was so buggy that even though I had a good idea of what to send my audience, it was so frustrating sending out an email, because even when I designed it on my screen, it looked really great. Sent it out. I got emails back from people that they couldn't even read it. Like the font size was too small. It was a mess. It got me so frustrated because I just wanted to connect with my audience. And that's really what email marketing is. It's just another avenue to connect with your audience. I know that there are so many avenues out there. A lot of you are probably thinking, well, I have this social media account that I'm putting a lot of energy in. And that's great. We love social media. Please keep doing that. But also, you might have experienced times when Instagram went down, TikTok might be banned, etc. The fluidity, the vaporness of social media is honestly kind of scary if that is the primary way you connect with your audience. I highly encourage you to engage your followers on social media and ask them to join your email list, because the thing about email lists is that list is yours. This is an earned list of names and email addresses of people giving you permission to connect with them. Also, in a world where an algorithm changes all the time, and even the people who follow you on some social media platforms, they want to see your stuff. If it's not heightened or recipeed in a way that the algorithm likes, your content doesn't even get to your audience, even when they want to hear from you. Whereas an email gets sent out and it's by chronological order and it ends up in their inbox the time that you send it out. It's a lot more simple, really fun, a really great thing to do. But you might be thinking, okay, Praise, I know I need it. Yes, I know it's a powerful tool for my business. Now, what do I do about it? How do I inject my brand into this part of marketing when it comes to my business? Well, we're going to talk about 4 things today, and that is on-brand content. That is your voice. It is design, and it's about cadence. So let's dive right in. So let's talk about on-brand content when it comes to email marketing. We have talked about in episodes earlier, but your brand is what people think, feel, and say about you. You need to ask yourself, what do I want people to associate with my brand? What do I want them to look at me as a thought leader on? What are those content pillars, those 3 or 4 subjects that people look to you as the go-to person? Are you the go-to person when it comes to AI, when it comes to finance, when it comes to branding? What are those things that set you apart? What are those things that are your specialty or your niche? I know that you are dynamic small business owners and you have authority to talk about a lot of things, but I do encourage you, for your own focus and to not confuse your audience, that you focus on a few good subjects and start writing about those. So picking your pillars of content are so important, so that when people go to your social media, go to your website, receive an email from your email list, they know that they can look to you as the expert on these things. They can look to you as someone who provides value on this subject. So we need that consistency there, your pillars, your go-to things. We not only need the what, we also need the how. It's about your voice. How do you communicate these pieces of content? Again, we kind of go back to our brand strategy, our brand foundation of what are our values? What do we want people to feel? Do we want them to feel empowered? Do we want them to feel educated? Do we want them to feel inspired? How can you do that in a way that is on brand with how you communicate that piece of content? Another great way, especially as you all are small businesses, especially as some of you all are personal brands, I want you to write an email the way that you talk. Praise, how do I know the way I talk? Hello, record yourself. Listen to how you talk to a friend. Listen how you talk to someone you're coaching or to a peer, and write your emails like that. On the scale of professional to casual, how do you speak? On the scale of academic to more colloquial, how do you speak? Finding that right tone of voice will go a long way so that people know when they read your emails, oh, this one's going to be really witty. Or when they read your emails, oh, this one's going to be really emotional. They're going to know you by your voice, by how you communicate. So on brand content, your voice, but also design. I told you that back when I first started my email, I couldn't even get my font size right. We need your emails to be legible, yes. But also, this is such a fun part about one of my favorite email platforms, Flowdesk. Flowdesk is beautiful and it makes sending out emails so fun and a breeze, and people want to open them because they are visually appealing. And you can do it in a way that it's visually appealing and consistent with your website and your Instagram, the other imagery that you have, because you can upload fonts, you can customize your colors, you can put in images in there. And I want you to do this in a way that feels fun for you, but also in a way that your audience knows what to expect from you when they open that email. We want it to be visually consistent with the rest of the way you show up, your business shows up in the world. So design. Also note, please use at least 11-point font for your email so that people can actually read them, both on mobile and on desktop. Okay, so your content, your voice, design. Also, let me talk to you about design though, because we wanted to make this easy. We realize that a lot of people we coach, a lot of the people we help build these businesses that they and their clients love often get stuck on how this thing looks. So we wanted to make it easier. We're really proud of the email newsletters that we sent out, that we are giving it to you as a template. And we switched it a little bit and gave you 4 different color schemes of them: winter, summer, spring, fall, whatever suits your fancy, whatever's more in line with your brand. And if you have brand colors, please replace them. But we want to make that easier for you, so you'll find it in the show notes. So free Flowdesk templates for you. Okay, enough about design. Lastly, let's talk about cadence. How can your brand show up in email marketing when it comes to cadence? It is really deciding how often you want to be communicating with your audience. Email is a great way to deliver value, to help your people. Opening that email should make their day lighter, easier, wealthier, wiser. What can you do to make their lives better through an email? And how often do you need to tell them those things to do that? Is it a monthly newsletter? Is it an every other week situation? Is it daily? Whatever it is, I want you to stick with it. If you're just starting out, start with an email newsletter. Then add in some launch emails, then add in a welcome sequence. Take it one little step at a time. But most of all, just love your people. Serve them really well, create value in your emails so that people want to open them, because the thoughts, the tips, the tricks that you put in there make their lives better. This is how you can inject your brand into your email marketing. Again, thinking about how do I want people to think, feel, and say about me and my business, and using the principles of email marketing and flowing those things together. Okay, thank you again for listening to the Branding Your Business podcast. Again, I am Praise Santos McKenna of Complum. You'll find a discount for using Flowdesk as well as Flowdesk templates in the show notes below. Have you been wanting to start a business but are feeling overwhelmed with the long list of to-dos? I feel you. I've been there too. That's why I created an e-guide called Pivot to help you start your own consulting business. It's filled with tools, templates, and resources for you to discover your marketable skills and how to land your first client. Here at Complum, we're about empowering individuals to pursue a career and a life on their own terms. Pivot will equip you to build a life that's aligned with your values. Curious? Go ahead and check out our show notes to preview Pivot.